the Arctic. A vast, silent land, endless, white and unforgiving. The wind howls across the frozen plains, ruling this icy wilderness with an iron breath. Here, every heartbeat is a struggle against the cold. In the stillness of the night, shadows begin to move. A pack of wolves, silent and patient, glides across the snow, their paws barely leaving a trace. Hunger binds them together, stronger than the cold, stronger than fear. On the horizon, movement. A herd of reindeer, the wandering nomads of the Arctic. They travel hundreds of miles each year, forever chasing survival. But tonight, their path leads them straight into a trap. The wolves read the wind. They move with precision, silent, focused, deadly. The reindeer sense danger, but it's already too late. The first thundering steps shatter the Arctic silence. Snow flies beneath desperate hooves. One reindeer breaks away from the herd, a fatal mistake. The wolves strike. In the frozen emptiness, the oldest law of nature is written once again: hunt to survive, or be hunted. By dawn, the snow is stained and still. The wind returns, erasing every sign of the struggle, and the Arctic falls silent once more. By dawn, the snow is stained and still. The wolves have eaten and survived another night. Steam rises from their breath, fading into the icy morning air. Around them, silence returns. But in the Arctic, silence never means peace. It is only the pause between one struggle and the next. The pack moves on, their tracks stretching endlessly across the frozen tundra. For the reindeer, survival is never guaranteed. Every step north brings new dangers: blizzards, thin ice, and the ever-present eyes of predators. Yet they keep moving, guided by instincts as old as time itself. Far above, the pale sun rises weakly, casting a silver light across the land. The Arctic awakens. Ravens circle in the distance. Foxes emerge from their dens. And life, fragile yet determined, begins another day. In this vast frozen kingdom, every creature has its place. Hunter and hunted, predator and prey, bound together in an endless cycle written by nature's hand. For the wolves, the chase never truly ends. Hunger will return, the snow will fall again, and the dance of life and death will begin once more. Here in the Arctic, there are no victors, only survivors. In the distance, on the frozen surface of the sea, a lone shadow appears. The polar bear, queen of the Arctic, ruler of ice and solitude. She is one of the few beings able to survive in this unforgiving land. With her strength, patience, and silence, she reigns supreme. She is alone, yet in the Arctic, solitude is not weakness. To walk these lands alone is a symbol of power. Her white fur blends perfectly into the snow, but every step she takes is measured, every move guided by instinct. In the distance, a seal's breathing hole in the ice. The bear notices it. Hours, perhaps days of waiting begin. Silence. Even the wind seems to hold its breath. The polar bear is patient, for in this world, patience is the only key to survival. Then, the seal surfaces for air. In an instant, the silence of the ice is shattered. A powerful paw strikes, swift as lightning. Life and death intertwine once again in the frozen heart of the Arctic. The bear drags her prey quietly onto the ice. There is no triumph on her face, only exhaustion. For here, every victory lasts only until the next hunger returns. Days pass. The ice grows thinner. After the long winter, the sun rises weakly over the horizon. This time, the polar bear is not alone. Beside her walks her cub, just a few months old. Her struggle is now twice as hard, for she must feed not just her own hunger, but the future of her kind. With every step, the sound of melting ice echoes beneath her paws. Paths once safe have become fragile. As the ice retreats, the seals move farther away. Prey becomes scarce. Hunger becomes the new ruler of the Arctic, yet still the mother bear walks, step by step, mile by mile. For to stop is to die. The Arctic wind howls around her, as if nature itself mourns her lonely struggle. Every breath is hope, every step a fight for survival. In the distance, the sun breaks through the clouds for a brief moment. The cub presses close against its mother's side. For a fleeting instant, the Arctic seems peaceful, but peace here is as fragile as the ice beneath their feet. In this frozen world, life always grows beneath the shadow of death, and the polar bear keeps walking through the endless white.
Under the frozen sheet of ice, life moves in an invisible rhythm.
Faint rays of sunlight pierce through the ice, reaching the dark waters below. And there, in the heart of this frozen sea, lives one of nature's most resilient creatures, the foxfish, also known as the Arctic cod. Small in size, yet it plays a colossal role in the balance of life here. These tiny fish are the hidden heroes of the Arctic food chain. They feed on microscopic plankton beneath the ice while remaining constantly alert, hiding from seals, seabirds, and even the great polar bears above. Their presence is the very breath of the Arctic ecosystem. For within these fragile bodies flows the energy that sustains this frozen world. In the icy waters, their hearts beat slowly but steadily. Special proteins in their blood protect them from freezing, allowing them to thrive where most would perish. Every moment is a struggle, yet this struggle keeps the silent balance of the Arctic alive. The bear that walks above the ice depends on the small fish that swim below it. In the Arctic, all life is connected by unseen threads. Without the foxfish, the seals would starve. Without the seals, the polar bears would vanish. And so, every flick of a tiny fin becomes a heartbeat in the pulse of the Arctic. In the depths below, life continues, silent but strong.